Hi, good morning. For those who don't know me, my name is Elizabeth. I'm the owner of First Coast Doulas. First Coast Doulas is actually a full service doula agency serving families in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. I just finished up writing a blog post series about why, when, and how to introduce your baby to a bottle. And in the last blog, I promised a demo video for those who are visual learners who have read the blog and got all the details, but really just would like to put a visual with what they read. So please go over and read those blogs so that you have all the pieces to the puzzle. But I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. We are going to start with, remember, it doesn't matter what bottle we select, the nipple matters. That's in the blog post. We have a burp cloth handy and we have our baby. We're unswaddling our baby so we can see our baby. We're watching their hands. We're getting skin to skin. And as we begin, we have the baby in an upright position. Again, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details because all of those are listed in the blog, but I am just going to show you, I'm going to demo for you what's written in the blog. And then I'll link to those blogs on YouTube, and then in the blog, I'll add this video as well. So we begin, and as we begin, remember in the blog I talked about letting them dry suck. So this is what it looks like when they're dry sucking. This is what it looks like when they're actually pulling the milk from the nipple. So as you can see, as they're pulling the milk from that nipple, it's not dripping in their mouth. They're having to actively suck. When you gravity feed a baby or lay a baby back or lift the bottle really high, look what happens. So instead of them really working those muscles to pull that milk out of the nipple, it's just being gravity fed into their mouth. So I'm not going to get into a lot of that, because again, I'm trying to keep the video short and sweet, but hold your baby in an upright position. You're supporting the base of their neck. I like to do this on my leg. And then you're going to tickle the space between their nose and their lip, and you're going to wait for your baby to open, and then you're going to put that nipple right at their lip, and you're going to let the baby pull the nipple into their mouth. So as she pulls it into her mouth, you're keeping the end of the bottle down, and you're letting her dry suck. So 2 or 3 dry sucks, and then you're going to raise the bottle just enough so the nipple's in the end, but it's not dripping. So you can test out the bottle and kind of the rate of which it drips out before you give it to her. So 4 or 5 sucks of milk, and then lower the bottle down and let her dry suck again. And then raise that bottle again and let her get the milk sucks, 4 or 5 swallows, and then drop it again. Do that several times, and then break for your burping. And when you burp, I like to just keep the baby on the same leg and switch hands. So I'm putting my hands here to support, and I'm just leaning the baby forward, and then I'm trying to burp. At this point, the first time you do this, she's probably still going to be trying to eat your hand. She's still hungry. Try to burp. If you can't burp, it's okay. Go back to dry suck, milk sucks, and keep alternating those. Remember that you want the feeding to be dictated by your baby's cues and controlled by the person that's feeding the bottle. You're allowing the baby to pull the nipple into her mouth. You are not, when you go back to feed her, so when you begin the feed, her hands are probably going to be up. They're going to be in the way. That's because she's still hungry, or she's hungry to begin with. And then as you feed her, you'll notice her arms will get more and more relaxed. So when you're feeding her, if she's opening big for that nipple, you know that she's still hungry. If she is awake and just very ferocious and just looks like she's starving and she's not, but that you know she's still hungry. And as she calms and her arms lower, maybe she starts falling asleep. Maybe you're having to you're rubbing here and she's not opening, and then you're like rubbing the bottle nipple on her lips, like almost trying to ease it in there or wiggle it in her mouth. If you're having to do that, she's probably already full. You could try to burp one more time and then go back to feeding. If she's showing signs that she's full, then go ahead and stop. You don't have to finish the entire bottle. You want baby to dictate that feeding, but you want to control it. Let me think. Make sure you switch sides halfway through, for a number of reasons listed in the blog. watch her hands. When her hands start to get, when she starts to lower those hands and her grip starts to loosen, and maybe she's sleeping with her arms out to the side, she's good and full then. We talked about pushing the nipple back in her mouth. We covered that. I think that's it, guys. It doesn't have to be difficult or overwhelming. I'm over 5 minutes. Sorry. We don't want this feeding method to be overwhelming. We've had a few dads in the last couple of weeks ask about this. How can I help, support my wife while she breastfeeds and I'm bottle feeding while she's at work? How can I do that? This is definitely for you. You want to follow this feeding method with a little patience and practice and support. Even if you need it, you will be a pro at this in no time. First Coast Doulas works with families who breast and bottle feed, formula and breast milk feed. So if you have questions or concerns, or you want to set up a consult with us, we are happy to do so. We work with families to help their babies take bottles. We do a lot of things that people are not familiar with. So that's one of the things that we do. I hope you enjoyed the blog. I'm going to list in YouTube some links to the blogs, and then I'll put this video actually in the blog. So take care. Have a wonderful week, guys. Bye.